Hello friends, let us now learn some important points about monoclonal antibiotics. In monoclonal antibiotics drug nomenclature, the drug is abciximab. This abciximab map for monoclonal antibody, X for source and C for target or source of action. C for target or source of action. So source of monoclonal antibody is Xi for chimeric monoclonal antibody, Zu for humanized, which is 95% completely 95% human and 5% animal. It is reverse. 95% human and 5% animal. U is fully human, which is example adalimumab is fully human. Adalimumab is fully human. Then MO is mouse. Then chimeric monoclonal antibody, that is 50% in child and 50% in animals. Sorry, 50% chimeric, 50% human. Sorry, in chimeric monoclonal antibody it is 50% chimeric and 50% humans. Then we have target or site of action. In target or site of action, CI for circulation, which is abciximab. Abciximab is actually the strongest antiplatelet drug. Then we have the drug idarucizumab. Idarucizumab is done for dabigatran toxicity. Idarucizumab is done for dabigatran toxicity. Then we have the drug ramucizumab. Then the drug ramucirumab is done for, here we use VEGF inhibitors on non-small cell lung cancer and also gastric carcinoma. Then we have bevacizumab, that includes VEGF inhibitors, and these are humanized. The use of this bevacizumab is colorectal carcinoma and age-related macular degeneration. Then we have ranibizumab, which is used in age-related macular degeneration. Ranibizumab is used in age-related macular degeneration. Then we have OS. In the OS, first we have osseous or bone. In this denosumab, OS and U is human. So this denosumab is used in osteoporosis and giant cell tumor, and this will bind with rank L ligand on osteoclasts, and this will prevent interacting with rank L receptors, and this will also inhibit bone resorption. This will also inhibit bone resorption. Then we have remosozumab. This remosozumab will inhibit sclerostin, and this is used in osteoporosis. This is remosozumab. Then we have VI for virus, which is palivizumab. Palivizumab is used for respiratory syncytial virus. Then we have OC for overcholesterol or hypercholesterolemia. This overcholesterol or hypercholesterolemia includes alirocumab and evolocumab. Alirocumab and evolocumab. So these will inhibit PCSK9 inhibitors. These PCSK9 will promote the LDL receptor degradation. Then we have LI for lower immunity. So this will lower immunity, like ipilimumab, which is used for metastatic melanoma and cutaneous melanoma. It will be used for metastatic melanoma and cutaneous melanoma. This ipilimumab will bind with CTLA4 at T cells, and this CTLA4 will inhibit the down regulation of immune system. This is ipilimumab. Then after ipilimumab we have infliximab. In this infliximab is actually tumor necrosis factor alpha inhibitor, which is used in rheumatoid arthritis and also inflammatory bowel disease. These drugs include infliximab, sertolizumab, etanercept, adalimumab, And these also include golimumab. These include infliximab, certolizumab, etanercept, adalimumab, and golimumab. Then we have the drug eculizumab. Eculizumab is used for paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. This is a monoclonal antibody against C5 hyperactive in paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. Then we have monoclonal antibody for bronchial asthma. Monoclonal antibodies for bronchial asthma include omalizumab, which is acting against the IgE. Then we have mepolizumab and also reslizumab. Mepolizumab and reslizumab are interleukin 5 blockers. Then we have ibalizumab. Ibalizumab is a monoclonal antibody against HIV-1. This ibalizumab will block CD4 receptors and thus it inhibits the viral entry. Then we have the drug natalizumab. This natalizumab has resistant cases of multiple sclerosis. This natalizumab binds to the integrin and thus prevents the leukocyte extravasation. It prevents the leukocyte extravasation. Then we have daclizumab and basiliximab. This daclizumab and basiliximab are interleukin 2 blockers and anti-CD25. These are immunosuppressant. So they are used in organ rejection prophylaxis, relapsing form of multiple sclerosis. Use is they are organ rejection prophylaxis, relapsing form of multiple sclerosis. Then we have ocrelizumab. Ocrelizumab is anti-CD20 and it is used for primary progressive multiple sclerosis. Ocrelizumab is used for primary progressive multiple sclerosis. Then we have nivolumab, atezolizumab, pembrolizumab. All these are monoclonal antibodies against programmed dead cell receptor 1, and this is actually an anti-tumor T cell. Thus the anti-tumor T cell remains activated in the presence of these monoclonal antibodies. So for this, Nobel Prize was given in 2018. So this is used in non-small cell lung cancer, urothelial carcinoma, head and neck cancer. So nivolumab is an immune checkpoint inhibitor. Then we have colorectal carcinoma in Lynch syndrome patient. Colorectal carcinoma in Lynch syndrome patient. These include cemiplimab, which is also a programmed dead cell receptor 1 receptor inhibitor, and it causes squamous cell carcinoma of skin. Monoclonal antibodies against systemic lupus erythematosus include rituximab, which is rituximab, epratuzumab, and belimumab. Rituximab is an anti-CD20 monoclonal antibody. Rituximab is most commonly used monoclonal antibody, which is SLE, Hodgkin's lymphoma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, epiatuzumab, which is anti-CD22 monoclonal antibody, and belimumab, which is anti-B cell stimulator. Then we have the next drug, which is mogamulizumab. This mogamulizumab inhibits CCR4 or CD194 chemokinase receptor mediated signal, and it is used in cutaneous T cell lymphoma. This mogamulizumab is used in cutaneous T cell lymphoma, Sézary syndrome, or it is also used in mycosis fungoides. This is mogamulizumab. Then we have TU for tumor. Next we have TU for tumor, where we have rituximab and afatumumab. Rituximab is an anti-CD20 monoclonal antibody, and afatumumab, both these are anti-CD20 monoclonal antibody for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and chronic lymphocytic leukemia. Daratumumab is anti-CD20, and isatuzumab, Both these are anti-CD38, which are used in multiple myeloma. Anti-CD38. Then we have cetuximab and panitumumab. Cetuximab and panitumumab, both these will target epithelial growth factor receptor and thus decreases the kinase activity and also decreases the matrix metalloproteinase activity. So these are used in head and neck carcinoma and colorectal carcinoma. Then cartumazumab, which is used in the treatment of abdominal ascites in ovarian and gastric carcinoma. This cartumazumab targets the epithelial cell adhesion molecule. Cartumazumab targets the epithelial cell adhesion molecule. Then we have trastuzumab and pertuzumab. This trastuzumab and pertuzumab, it is HER2 new positive breast cancer. These will combine with epithelial growth factor receptor and thus inhibits the intracellular signaling. If you see, the next group of monoclonal antibodies are interleukins or K or interleukins, which includes itolizumab, secukinumab, ixekizumab. Itolizumab is an anti-CD20 which is used in moderate to severe chronic plaque psoriasis, whereas secukinumab and also ixekizumab, both these are target interleukin 17, which are used in moderate to severe chronic plaque psoriasis. Then we have tildrakizumab and guselkumab, which are interleukin 23 blockers used in psoriasis. Dupilumab, which is an interleukin 4 and interleukin 13 blocker used in atopic dermatitis. Canakinumab, which is a monoclonal antibody against interleukin 1 beta for cryopyrin associated periodic syndrome. This cryopyrin associated periodic syndrome causes idiopathic arthritis and also autoimmune inflammatory syndrome. Then we have sarilumab and also tocilizumab. Both these are monoclonal antibodies against interleukin 6, which is used in rheumatoid arthritis. Then in NE for neuron, which is solanezumab, which is used for Alzheimer's disease. Arinumab, and where CGRP receptor blockers are used for migraine prophylaxis. And we have framanizumab and eptinezumab and galcanezumab. All these are CGRP receptor blockers which can be used in migraine prophylaxis. Then we have tox for toxin. These include belzotoxumab, which is a monoclonal antibody against Clostridium difficile B. Then we have obiltoximab and also roxibacumab. Both these are monoclonal antibodies against anthrax. Then we have moxetumomab. This moxetumomab pasudotox. This is anti-CD22 immunotoxin and it is used in hairy cell leukemia. Thank you guys for watching.